So we aren't even completely through with day one of early signing period, and already what a day it's been. We've seen institutions get huge wins, which begs the question, who's won day one of early signing period? Was it the Alabama Crimson Tide, or was it the Oregon Ducks? Something we need to break down. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me an A for Alabama, O for Oregon, and let me know who you think won day one of early signing period. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification. I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And what a day it's been for recruiting in general. Early signing period and National Signing Day, in my opinion, is the gift that just keeps on giving. Y'all already know I look forward to this like a kid looking forward to Christmas, and it has not disappointed today. The Oregon Ducks have had a real great day, but so too have the Alabama Crimson Tide. And make no mistake, the success today is not relegated to these teams. There have been a lot of institutions that have had real positive days, but when we look at the totality of circumstances, I think you'd be hard-pressed to give me a team that's had any better of a day than Oregon or Alabama. And we'll start with Alabama, because their festivities really got started last night. Whenever five-star offensive tackle and one of the most coveted prospects in all of high school football, Caden Proctor, flipped his commitment from Iowa to Alabama. And remember, whenever Proctor committed to Iowa, it was a two-team race, Iowa and Alabama. So now whenever he ends up in Alabama's class, people knew that the Crimson Tide were involved in this battle, and people knew that Alabama wanted him, but it does not undermine what a big win this is. Whenever we talk about the area of need for Alabama, you're going to hear a lot of Crimson Tide fans talk about that offensive line because of the offensive line woes that Alabama has experienced. It's one of the reasons why I'm so high on Bryce Young, the fact that he's put up the production he has while being one of the most pressured and sacked quarterbacks in the nation. I think it's astounding. Now, in fairness, Coach Eric Wolfer does look to clean up the offensive line, and he's done great work in year one. But getting in a win for Caden Proctor to go along with the rest of this offensive line class, which we broke down yesterday in the Caden Proctor video, I think it's great. But that really was the win that got the party started for Alabama fans. They look to today for James Smith and Quay Russaw, two five-stars who we've talked about extensively on the channel. And James Smith is someone who I've really focused in on because Alabama has a definite need at that interior defensive line. And being able to secure a five-star, keeping him in your state, I thought was a huge win, especially after Clemson was able to successfully get Peter Woods out the state of Alabama. James Smith became a must-land prospect. And if we're talking about Russaw, we have to talk about that edge room. Man, oh man, what a room this is. If we count Will Anderson as still being in that room because he still is a member of the Alabama Crimson Tide, the five stars present in that room are as follows. Will Anderson, Chris Braswell, Dallas Turner, Jeremiah Alexander, Jahad Campbell, and now Keon Keeley and Quay Russaw. That's 7 5-stars in an edge rushing room. That edge room for Alabama is genuinely insane. I know Alabama recruits with the best of them, but that room in particular is unbelievable. This gives Alabama 6 5-stars in the class of 2023, and it's not just the 5-stars. You look at this class top to bottom, it is unbelievably solid. They only have 1 3-star, and that 3-star is a kicker. This is a rare class for Alabama. While many people were wondering whether or not Alabama would be able to catch Texas A&M's record, I don't think that the staff at Alabama has been in the least bit concerned about that. They're after guys that are going to be fits, and that's exactly what this class is. Before I go over to Oregon, the last few things I'll leave you with is it's incredible that in a year where so many people are trying to convince you the Nick Saban run is done, they signed this recruiting class, and secondly, the reason why I'm so high on this class, look at the way these guys have interacted. Richard Young, some of these guys in this class went out of their way to be fervent recruiters for the Crimson Tide. They were active on social media. This is a class that seems like they are bought in to play for Alabama, and that's what the Crimson Tide need. So they are absolutely in contention for winning day one of early signing period, but we would be remiss if we didn't mention Oregon. Because you want to talk about the day Oregon had, let's talk about the day Oregon had. They start off the day by flipping Peyton Bowen from Notre Dame, and this was wild. The entirety of college football was watching this recruiting battle, wondering, will it be Notre Dame or will it be Oklahoma? Now, don't get it twisted. Oregon was involved in this, but according to a lot of people, Oregon had a visit planned to go to Peyton Bowen's home that got canceled in favor of an Oklahoma visit. And when that happened, conventional wisdom dictated Oregon may be out of this. It might be too much to overcome whenever Notre Dame has had his commitment forever and Oklahoma has been a player in this battle forever. Ultimately, though, it was Oregon. And I know there are posts now following this saying that the letter has not been sent in, so people are still watching what Peyton Bowen will do, but inevitably, he put on the Oregon hat. And that means something for Dan Lanning and the Ducks. Because right after that, 5-star edge Mateo Uiagalelei committed to the Ducks. Right after that, they flipped a 4-star quarterback from Baylor. They flipped a 4-star cornerback from LSU, and then flipped a 4-star running back from Notre Dame. And this right here is why I pose the question to all of you. Did Oregon win the day? Because it was a massive win whenever they were able to flip the running back from Notre Dame. It was a huge win whenever they were able to flip Dalen Austin, the cornerback, from LSU, and a major win whenever you got your quarterback after Dante Moore had just flipped from Oregon to UCLA. And let's get one thing understood. Austin Novosad is a very talented quarterback, someone that the Baylor fan base were really excited about. Oregon fans need to be excited about him too. So who won day one? And we're not even done with day one yet. By the time I publish this video, it's recruiting. Who knows what'll happen? One of these teams could have gotten another win, and if that's the case, that's the case. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But there is one thing that is not in line of questioning. The fact that Oregon and Alabama owned day one of early signing period. Hop down to the comments. Let me know who won. That's it. See ya.